Today's topic is control of tuberculosis. In last lecture, I have discussed what are the cardinal four features of tuberculosis. That is, continuous fever which rises in the evening. That is called as evening rise of temperature for 3 to 4 weeks. Consistent cough for 3 to 4 weeks. Chest pain and hemoptysis, blood in the sputum. If these are the things available, these are the things present in the history of the patient, then suspect the tuberculosis. So, to diagnose the case of tuberculosis, then you have to investigate CBC, ESR, X-ray chest, sputum examination. In sputum examination, there should be 2 successive positive sputum examination tests for diagnosing the tuberculosis. 2 successive sputum positive case means what? In 2 successive sputum examination under microscope, there should be presence of Mycobacterium bacilli. Mycobacterium bacilli must be present. Then only you can label the patient as the tuberculosis. So today I will discuss what is called as control of tuberculosis. In this, mainly the drugs are discussed. Why we are interested in controlling the tuberculosis? Because tuberculosis is known to us from more than 100 years. We know the effective vaccine against the tuberculosis. We know the 100% guaranteed drugs to treat the tuberculosis. But still, we are unable to get control of the tuberculosis. Forget the eradication. So control of tuberculosis is still beyond reach. So aim of control of tuberculosis or treating the tuberculosis patient is to reduce the incidence, that is new cases of tuberculosis, by giving the correct dose, by giving the correct drug, correct dose of the drug, and for correct duration of the treatment. If we, after the diagnosis, we give the correct drug, correct dose, and correct duration, right duration of the treatment of the tuberculosis, tuberculosis can be brought under control. So if the positive patient becomes negative, if correct drug, correct dose, and correct duration of time is drug treatment is given. So for study purpose, there are 12 drugs available for tuberculosis. Among those 12 drugs, only the 6 drugs are more commonly used. So for study purpose, they are classified under 2 headings. Bactericidal drug. Cidal means the drug which kills the bacilli. Bactericidal drugs, 4 drugs. Number 1 is rifampicin, INH, streptomycin, and pyrazinamide. These are bactericidal drugs which kills the bacilli. Other 2 drugs are bacteriostatic drugs. Means what these bacteriostatic drugs they do? These bacteriostatic drugs, when started, they keep the pool of the bacilli, number of the bacilli, or the pool of the bacilli at constant rate. And at the same time, we use the bactericidal drug, means that bacteriostatic action is there, pool of bacilli is there, and we are giving the bactericidal drugs. So those bacilli where the static drug has kept their number there, those are killed by giving the bactericidal drugs. So now the one by one. Rifampicin. Rifampicin is the most powerful bactericidal drug against tuberculosis or Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacilli. Most powerful drug. Dose of the rifampicin is 10 to 12 milligram per kg body weight, or it comes in capsule form, 450 milligram capsule that has to be consumed empty stomach. Advantage is it enters the intracellular and extracellular compartment, it enters the blood-brain barrier in the CSF, it enters the placental barrier during the pregnancy. The drugs is seen in the mother as well as in the fetus. So bactericidal drug rifampicin is the most powerful drug. Dose I have told you, side effect. Whenever the drug is 100% giving the effect means there are definitely side effects. This drug causes gastritis most commonly. Secondly, this drug has the nephrotoxic action, means it acts on the kidney. So to the patient, when we start the rifampicin, we must instruct them that your urine is going to be red. So red urine means, first thing, if the patient gives the history that I am passing red colored urine, ask the history whether he is on rifampicin. Then think of the other causes of hematuria. So this is about the rifampicin. INH. This INH is the second most powerful drug, bactericidal drug, and always we give the combination of bacteriostatic and a bactericidal drug. So any combination is given, INH is the part of that combination. Whether it is a short duration chemotherapy, long duration chemotherapy, daily therapy, bi-weekly, INH has to be there. So dose of INH is 4 to 5 milligram per kg body weight, around 300 milligram OD. Rifampicin OD, INH is also OD. INH causes gastritis, uneasiness, headache, nausea, but most common side effect of INH is it causes peripheral neuritis. Tingling numbness occurs. So to avoid the tingling numbness, tablet pyridoxine 10 milligram is given daily along with that. So third is the streptomycin. This is the only drug which is given injectable in a standard drug regime of tuberculosis. Injectable dose is 0.75 milligram to 1 gram daily for 3 months intramuscular. It also acts on slow grower bacilli, fast grower bacilli, enters all these bactericidal drugs, they enters into the placental barrier, blood-brain barrier, intracellular, extracellular. Third is the side effect of rifampicin. Side effect of rifampicin, it causes cochlear toxicity. So patient complains of deafness. But as it is a part of the bactericidal treatment, you can discontinue for a few days injection. After the hearing becomes normal, again you can give it. Fourth is pyrazinamide, 30 milligram per kg body weight dose. It causes gastritis, mainly gastritis. Bacteriostatic drug, ethambutol, 600 milligram OD. Side effect is it causes retrobulbar neuritis. Patient complains of blindness. It is a temporary. Stop for a few days, patient gets his vision normal. But combination of these two has to be given. Next is a thiacetazone. This is also given to the patients who are not responding. Pyrazinamide and thiacetazone are used to the patients having the rapid grower bacilli, dormant bacilli and the slow growing bacilli, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So they are effective against this. Other 6 drugs which are used are, number 1 is kanamycin and probithanamide. So these are the types of drugs that can be used in combination. Rest of the topics I will discuss next.